I'm in Colorado now. I have just arrived here a few days ago, just recovered from jet lag. I want to share some of my experience during this trip. It can be useful for people who are about to travel during this time, because there's something we need to prepare more than normal. Normally, when we travel, what we need is visa, passport, and ticket. That's the main thing. But during this time, what do we need more is the vaccine card to show that you have 2 doses of vaccine. And then the second thing is we need to have RT-PCR test result negative. So these 2 things is quite important now, because we will be checked in many airports. I traveled from Bangkok to Japan, to New York, and come to Denver. From Bangkok and Japan, they check it seriously. These 2 things, the COVID vaccine and RT-PCR test. One thing important is whenever you got the test or you got the vaccine card, you need to make sure that your name is correct. Your name, your date of birth, and if you have passport number in there, it have to be exactly the same. This part is quite important, because we found some people on the way that they have trouble because the date of birth is wrong. Just one number is wrong. That caused big problem for that person. So during this time, a few days ago, this is what we found that is important. It's quite strict. The airline is very strict about that. But the rest of it, there's no problem. From Bangkok to Japan to New York, if we have this document ready, it's quite easy. When we get to New York, in the airport, people wear masks, because by law in the airport you need to wear mask. But when you left the airport, you can see nobody wear mask in America, and the number of people who got COVID decreased quite a lot here now. So people feel more relaxed in America now. So for people who want to travel during this time, I think the airline, they take it very serious about vaccine card and RT-PCR test have to be negative, and then it need to be written in English very clear, because sometimes if it's not clear, some people have problem at the airport also. So this is the main thing that we found that it's important to prepare if you're about to travel during this time. I don't know how long it will last, this kind of regulation, because the situation in the world, in most of area, it decreased. In some area, it's increased. So it's hard to tell how long it will last. And traveling this time is quite nice, because there are not many people on the airplane. So when we came a few days ago, we have about 60% of passengers on the airplane. So from Japan to America is quite long trip, long hours, more than 10 hours. So it's quite nice when we have a lot of empty space, empty seat in front of us, so we can just lie down for many hours. It's very helpful with jet lag. It doesn't take long time because you can sleep enough on the plane. So traveling during this time is nice because you don't need to be on the long line mostly, except in America, because everything in America is quite normal. The domestic flight in America is very long line. It's very full all the time. But international is not full at all. It's very comfortable. So there's no line, not long line. And the good thing is the price not too high. The price of the ticket now is not too high. So for people who have to go visit your family, your relative in another country, especially in America, I think it's good time to go now. Or people who have money to travel, I think it's good time to travel too. But because now in the cold area, it turned to spring. Spring is quite nice. Like behind me, there's a lot of tree with no leaves. It's different picture that I not use it at all. It look different to me. But soon, in the next few weeks, you will have new leaves come out. It will be beautiful. Now it's a lot of tulips coming up. Daffodil is coming up too. So beautiful flower at this time. I hope this information will be useful for people who are about to travel at this time. So take advantage of the situation. Travel comfortable more than normal. I think it's nice.